A passing ship, that's simple enough.
Yeah, but it doesn't help me. After the heroic way we abandoned the Gloria Ricks, how well do you suppose I stand in with Frankie?
Well, what do you care? You're not in love with her.
Who says I'm not?
You said so a dozen times. Said she was useless. Be careful of this tropic atmosphere, my lad. Gets balmy down here.
Well, things won't be so balmy when I tell her the truth about the Gloria Ricks.
Now, don't forget your promise, Bill.
Oh, you got me all tied down with promises.
Now, I don't object, mind you, to doing my share of the work, but those two lazy monsters might help.
Help! They expect you to be grateful to them.
For what? Allowing us to breathe? We clean, cook, wash their clothes, and they live in luxury, while we sleep like monkeys in the trees.
Well, there's no law against building yourself a house.
And no time either. Poor Matt wants to, but work or starve, well, that's their motto.
That's Bill's motto. He's so masterful.
Say, are you?
Matt, say something.
Hello.
Poor Matthew. Are you exhausted?
Yes, and I'm full of blisters, too. I have all the dirty work to do while Bill and Cappy go fishing. Why don't they build us a house? I'll do the fishing.
You get seasick if you look at the water.
Who elected Bill head of this outfit, anyway?
Ellen,
You're so obvious, my dear.
you should talk. Bill Peck means nothing to me, no matter how many fish he catches. Why, if he were the last available man on earth...
He is, for you.
Poor Frankie, torn between the devil and a desert island.
Now, my dear, don't let this temporary tragedy lead you into doing anything hasty. Just hold a strong pot on Waldo, and it'll come through. Don't weaken, my dear, just because Bill is so good-looking and masterful.
I see. That's the reason you're warning me against him.
Really? Princess? Frank?
Well, I don't trust him. Look, Leah. May I help?
No, thanks. Where's Ellen? Oh, she usually helps me.
Hello, Frankie.
Can I help?
I can manage.
Shall I hold the gourd?
No, thanks. Ellen usually does that.
Oh. Where did you learn that? The British West Indies? Bill, can I catch him for you?
No, thanks. I've got a catcher.
Hi there, Frankie.
Remember, you're a long way from Reno.
Dear. Fish and eggs and eggs and fish.
You used to like caviar. That's eggs and fish in one.
I'm just dying for some dessert. For a change.
Grape Suzetti's, for instance.
Oh! Oh!
And what do you think you've got there, Mother?
Dessert. Peaches, if you must know.
What makes you so sure it isn't hash?
I know peaches. They gurgle.
Peaches don't gurgle, they swish.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Here. Fish!
Like some of Bill's fresh hand-picked eggs. He got them off the cliff this morning.
Stolen, no doubt.
No, I climbed up and tossed them down to Ellen.
Yes, we had so much fun.
I imagine. What's the matter with the eggs?
I prefer the fish. The eggs taste too fishy.
What do you expect seabirds' eggs to taste like? Milk and honey?
I was merely voicing my preference. Is there any objections?
Well, I think I'll hike up to the cliff and light the signal fire. Matt, did you chop plenty of wood?
Yes, I worked this afternoon. Say, I can stand a walk. I'll go along with you.
No,
Oh,
thanks.
I'll go with him.
It's your turn to do the dishes. You can't get out of that.
Well, I think I'll strike the hay, as the workmen say.
I've got a surprise for you.
You couldn't surprise me.
Oh, I don't know about that. Wait till you see.
I'm not interested. Here.
Darling, you know I'm mad about you. I'd do anything for you. Anything.
You would?
Anything, darling.
Then go punch your mother right on the nose.
Ellen, how could you?
What's bothering you, Frankie?
Oh, nothing.
You look mighty unhappy to me.
I'm not unhappy. Can't a girl have a little peace and quiet to think about things?
Oh, sure. I didn't mean to butt in.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cappy. But do you think there's any chance of us ever getting away from this place?
We can hope.
Now, Cappy, you can't hope yourself off of an island. Suppose we're stuck here for the rest of our lives. What then?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, of course we've dropped most of the conventions of civilization, but...
You miss it?
Well, no, it isn't that, but... Well, there's some things that you just can't drop.
Like what?
Well, how in the dickens can a girl get married in a place like this?
So funny.
Frankie, she wants to get married.
Married? Oh, yes. Fine thing. She and Bill.
No, no.
Congratulations.
No. You can't rush into a thing like that.
What is there to wait for?
Oh, you got to give it some thought. You got to think about it.
I've been doing nothing but thinking lately.
Well, it's high time both she and Bill settle down.
What does Bill say about it?
Bill? Well, I haven't mentioned it to him. May I help?
What are you doing up here?
Well, you see, I've been thinking.
Huh. Patient on road to recovery.
Oh, Bill, may I talk seriously with you for a minute?
I don't know. Can you?
Oh, come on, sit down. Bill, suppose we're never rescued.
We will be. But even if we weren't, there's worse places in the world than this.
Don't you ever think about getting home?
Why think about it?
All right. Let's think about us, right here. Are you satisfied to do nothing but fish and steal eggs for the rest of your life?
What else is there to do?
Bill, we were engaged to be married once. Remember?
Sure, and you...
I know. It was all my fault. Remember the way you used to put your arms around me?
That's the first thing I remember to forget.
There. Like that. You know, you're coming up here every night and starting that fire is a joke.
What? What makes you think that?
Oh, we're way off the ship lanes. We'll never be seen.
Well, suppose,
All right. Let's wait the rest of our lives and suppose. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Making me propose?
Frankie? Now, you let me tell you something, young lady. It was your fault we called it off in San Francisco. And if we ever get back there again, it's liable to be the same thing. Well, rather than that, let's forget about it.
Because you love me?
Yes. And there's another reason why we've got to wait.
Nothing can be that important.
Well, it is, though. Besides, we couldn't get married even if we wanted to.
But we want to. We can.
Breakfast smells good. Say, what are you celebrating?
William, I don't know whether it's your cooking or my appetite, but every day I seem to be eating more and more.
Well, you don't seem to short, Mrs. Beasley.
Thank you, William.
I was kind of late last night, weren't you?
Uh-huh.
Where's Frankie?
Down the beach taking a swim?
What's the occasion? Somebody having a birthday? Good morning. Let's eat.
That's all anybody seems to think about these days.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Now, what are you going to spring?
Well, last night Bill and I decided to become man and wife.
What? You mean you... Why, it's scandalous. No, that's putting it mildly. It's impossible.
Why is it?
Why? Why, indeed? Do you mean to sit here and flaunt the conventions under our very noses?
What convention?
Why, it's immoral. That's all I've got to say.
What's immoral about getting married?
Married? Oh. But what about Waldo Bottomley Jr.?
Well, what about it? Now, there's no use arguing. We've decided.
You mean you have? Well, I haven't. If you two callous brutes won't protect this helpless girl, I will with my last breath.
Save your breath, Mrs. Peasley. We are going to be married.
But there isn't a minister, not even a justice of the peace.